Okay, there it is. I'm like, what is going on my screen? Oh, maybe that works. Okay, it is what it is. We're going to go with it. How are we all doing? Hi, guys. How are we all doing, my loves? Come on in the room so we can get started. I apologize. Something going on my Instagram. It wasn't posting my updates correctly. I don't know. I think because I use a different, I like create all my graphics on a app and then I upload it to Instagram. So I think that Instagram is starting to block other apps. I'm so sick of it. So sick of it. So if you got my reminder late or if you saw my reminder and information was missing, Instagram, it's their fault. Sorry, my loves, but come on in the room. Come on in the room. If you are new here, just to let you know, I I welcome everybody in the room because I was raised right. So I welcome everybody into the room and then I get started on the live. If you are watching this on a playback, beloveds, just know to check the pinned comment or the description box and you will find the time when the actual review starts. Thank you. So without further ado, let's go. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. It was Marcy B. It was boring. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Hey, doctor with 3 I love. I'm glad you came on in the room. Hey, Alicia, come on in the room. How's the pug? What's up? Come on in the room. What's up, Donna? Come on in the room. What's up, Caitlin? Come on in the room. Hey, Priscilla, come on in the room with your lights, please. Come on in the room. What's up, SP313? Hey, come on in the room. What's up, Melissa? Come on in the room. It's Kima. Come on in the room. Hey, Planning with Danny. Come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about because it's downtown Rachel's father, a person of color. Girl, what? Come on in the room. Yeah, come on in the room. What's up, Shonda? Come on in the room. Hey, Cordelia. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room like a mirror. A mirror has come on in the room. You should too. What's your what? Likes. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah. Come on. Hey, Severity. Who was that? Master Junior. Hey, baby. Hey, Brittany. What's up, Baba? Hey, Hannah. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Hey, Tiffany Clark. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Why? Because Jesus is my doctor. And Matt, I'm starting to feel something for him on his Instagram. We'll talk about it. Come on in the room. Yeah. Come on. What's up, Denard? Come on. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Kimberly says I'm in the spirit. Come on in the room. Yeah, why don't you come on in the room. Y'all should have never got me this. Hey, guys. Are we coming on in the room? What are you drinking today? Today, I am drinking fresh pressed pear juice, mint, ginger, and cucumber. Why? Because we are getting snatched, okay? We are getting snatched for 2027. I think that's the next time we'll be able to be let out in the streets and interact with each other as human beings. So, I want to be ready. Planning with Danny said, I just love this intro. I love your energy, Nikki. I love you, Planning with Danny. Hey, K. Smith. Honduran. That man is dark. I was like, who is this? That man is dark. What is going on? Oh, hey, Mary Hall. Yeah, Sean, the 2027. Like, what are we gonna do? By the time I finally do a meetup with you guys, I might have a whole family. Like, what? Angela says she's drinking her apple juice. That's right. And then Angela Angela number 2, she says she's drinking water. That's good. That's good. Let's get our water in. Let's get our fresh pressed juice in. Marcy B. Girl. Black Lavender said, I'm drinking water on the rocks. Shout out to my moderators, Tracy, Shonda, Black Lavender. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for just being a part of this process. I could not do it without you, and I appreciate you guys so much. What's up, Priya from London? What's up? She said the best part was Rachel crashing. Girl, we'll get into that. Hey, Irene. Lisa D. Kaplan said, I got my apple pomegranate. Oh, that sounds delicious. Did you press it yourself or did you like get it from a place? I always feel like I'm so high when I'm talking to you guys. It's because of this. My audition chair. My Zoom audition chair. Ciao. Oh, Nas B said, I'm about to make some electrolyte drink because my doctor recommended it. Oh, wow. Good for you. What's up, Tiffany Clark? I have to say your name like that because it's all caps. Tiffany said, when I come in the room, you're going to hear me. What's up, Tiffany? Messenger here. I'm glad you're here. You were definitely missed, my love. Yes, we're almost at 11K. Guys, I checked today. Like this is the thing, right? Because I enjoy this and I want to keep it up and I don't want to make this work. I like do my best to not look at like subscribers and things like that. But the reason why I'm always asking you guys for likes, because that puts me in like YouTube recommendations. And that's because like the algorithm is saying a lot of people like this video. So people who are searching for like Bachelor content, it will suggest me to them. And I definitely want to grow here, but I don't want to get into it like I am with my career. I don't want this to like be a career. I want to just always come here and have a good time with my friends around the world. I don't want to, run it like I run my career. So I try not to look at it. And today, when I was trying to like get information, because I always like put a little description in before I start. When I was doing that with this video, I saw my subscriber count. I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost at 11K. Hey, family. Hey, new people. What's up? Thank you for being here. You like me. You really, really like me. Shout out to Sally Fields. Adriana said, child, I'm so late. No, you're not. We just got here. We just got here. Yes, Priya said, yay, friends around the world. Caitlin said, looks like Clear and Dell are back together. I don't know what those two are doing. Clear, I don't know what she's doing either. Clear, it's not him. It's not him. Dell is not the guy for you. It's not. No, honey. No, I think what happened is when Claire put that message up, Dell probably, with the message about Chris Harrison, Dell probably reached out to her and said, hey, thank you, as a person of color, as a Black person, thank you for putting something like that up. I appreciate it. And then they started chatting again. This is what happens, ladies. Never start chatting again with the ex. Never get cordial with the ex. I'm not saying you got to hate him, but especially if there's a fresh break, chill out on the communication. You know what I mean? Until you can get to a place where you can talk to this person and things not come up. Because when you break up and it's so fresh, it's so easy for you to get back together, especially if you start getting physical right away. And it looks like they're getting physical. Clear, would you please go to Canada and get Benoit? Girl, I'm telling you, that's it. That's it. You keep on you like these unavailable men. I don't know why. And the thing about it is she wants to move fast. Dell does not want to move fast with her. With her. I think if anything, it's a smart move for him to interact with her and get back with her and, be cordial and chill with her again because, to the people in the Bachelor Nation who did not like him for breaking up with her while she was losing her mother, because that's what she said in her breakup post or whatever. I'm going to be honest, I think it's better for him career-wise to get back with her and then, have another break when things are not so tense and fresh. But for her, I feel like she's all in it, and I just wish she wasn't. But you know what? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Priscilla, you think she pregnant? Claire, you got pregnant by Dell. Girl. No. So Pharisee said, Claire makes the worst decisions. The thing about Claire is she's so impulsive. Like Claire don't think about stuff. She just does it. And listen, that's a great way to be sometimes. You know what I mean? Just, if you're doing like a trip, right? Be impulsive with the trip. Don't be impulsive with your heart and with your body. Never works out right for you. Yeah, and then after they break up again, there'll be another post, and it's like, honey, stop. Because to be quite honest with you, y'all see paparazzi. I'm going to be real with you. In LA, you cannot, there's no way that you do not see paparazzi if like paparazzi is following you. They have, first of all, it's a ton of them, right? They have huge cameras. They're chasing you all around. It is impossible to not see them. So the pics, those paparazzi pics that were so close and had such good quality where they were just on the beach frolicking, I'm going to be real with you. That is an agent. An agent did that call, or a publicist did that call to paparazzi and said, here's where my client will be, period. Because that's how it works. Let me tell you something. Paparazzi ain't that smart. Paparazzi like the damn FBI and the CIA where they can get all your information and find out where you're at every second of the day. Impossible. Only unless you're like a Michael Jackson, somebody like that. That's when fans will call, or business owners. Normally, if a celebrity is at a location, a huge celebrity, where it's like, you don't need paparazzi, like a Beyonce, right? An owner of the business that they're at, or an employee will call like a TMD or somebody and say, Beyonce and Jay-Z are here. The owner will do that because that brings press to their business, right? They can deny it, but that's like what it does. It's just like, oh, well, Beyonce and Jay-Z are eating at Arby's. This is a huge commercial for me that I didn't even pay for. So a lot of times they do that, but no shade. I'm not being shady here. When you are like low on the totem pole in celebrity, you have to get the paparazzi and the people interested in you. So your publicist or your agent you'll tell your publicist or your agent where you're going to be that day. And that's where paparazzi will show up and start taking pictures of you. It worked for the Kardashians. Let me tell you something. Kris Jenner always had the paparazzi on speed dial, ready to say, oh, we're going to be here. We're going to be here. We're going to be here. That is how you build a celebrity. Because when you start to see people here and see people there, you start to learn their names and see what they're doing and become interested in what they're doing because they're in your face all the time. Just like how when you hear a song the first time and you hate it, but the radio station has been paid so much payola that they keep on playing the freaking song. And then by the end of the week, you are obsessed with this song that you once hated because you have been overstimulated and oversaturated with this content that now it's a part of you. Like I was singing a song that I actually hate. What is it? Forgive me, Lord, that Throat Baby song. My little sister sings it all the time. And I woke up this morning and I was like getting ready for this. And I started singing a verse from there. And I was like, oh my God, Nikki, no. But I hear it all the time. My little sister sings it all the time. It's on the radio all the time over here. You click on something, you click on a TikTok video, that song is playing. It's just oversaturating. And that's what they do. So this is what Claire and Dell is doing. They're trying to build on their celebrity because the show is over. Their relationship is done. So it's like, what can we do now to get people still talking about us? That's all they do. If Dell was smart, he would break up with her and get his behind to paradise. because we're all looking forward to Paradise. Don't nobody care about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. The only reason why The Bachelor, why we're talking about it right now, why it's getting so much traction is because of racism. If Chris Harrison ain't say nothing so racist, and if a sundown town Rachel wasn't at a plantation party, there would not be this much, traction for The Bachelor right now. We would be bored, okay? Like we were bored this episode. We are all waiting for Paradise. And let me tell you something. Whoever is watching me from Bachelor Nation, the publicist or what, you better get your client on Paradise. You better get your client on Paradise because Paradise is going to do some numbers. Paradise is going to, especially with them hot men and women, Paradise is going to do some numbers. All right, let me start this. Nikki. I gotta stop listening to this secular music. Anyway, some people gave your girl a super chat. Some people said, you think Chris organizing the divorce? I thought you were talking about Chris Harrison. I was like, wait, what? Some people said, you think Chris organizing the divorce because Kanye is getting sued? No, I don't think that. Some people, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't think that. I think that man is unstable. Outside of being a great manager, she's also a mother. And I think that any mother would not want their child to be in that situation. Like, he's unstable. He is not well. He says, he has admitted that he is bipolar and he has not been taking his medication. He's been doing something else, but whatever it is, he is not well. And to be quite honest with you, taking the Kardashians out of it, if I was in that situation, if I had a family member in that situation, I would be absolutely terrified for them every day, because you just never know what you're going to get with that man. So I don't think this divorce is because he's getting sued, or this divorce is, for publicity, because baby, if Chris, what's that girl name? Kim, if she was doing this for publicity, she picked a bad time because nobody cared. Nobody cared. We're in a pandemic. We're a borderline on a race war. We're all broke. Everybody is going through it. Nobody cared that those two people got divorced. Guys, had we not been in a pandemic and dealing with all the financial stuff that we're dealing with, and, all the race stuff that we keep on dealing with, if that wasn't something like, if we didn't have a 2020 and an even stronger 2021 thus far, we would be eating up that divorce and just be all over it. It would be on every magazine cover. It would be the talk of the town. Nobody cares. We're going through too much. Life is rough. Nobody cares that these people are divorcing. Just like, Kim and Kanye are getting divorced. Okay. Joe Biden, where's my money? Where's my money? Like, I'm sorry. I don't got the time right now. I don't care. I'm about to get evicted. Houston is freezing over. Like, I don't care, girl. Amen. I'm glad you're free. Joe Biden, where's my money? Texas, where's my electricity? There's too much going on. We don't care right now. What a bad time to get divorced. Especially if you're like, somebody who lives off the public eye and public consumption. What a bad time to announce a divorce. Ciao. She got to do something like crazy to get like attention. I think maybe, I don't want to say it, but like she has to do something crazy on a level where she has to like get pregnant by Louis Farrakhan. Okay? Because that's the only way she gonna get our attention. Right now, girl, we don't care. We do not care. He hasn't made good music since he stopped taking his medicine. Like, listen, having and I'm not just saying this off the top of my head. I have a very close family member who was bipolar. Baby, when they're not on their medication, you don't know who you going to get. You just have no idea where this person is going to land. It's very unsafe for them, and it's very unsafe for the people who love them and live with them. It's very unsafe that this person has really young children. I wouldn't want to be in that situation because he's a grown man. You can't force him. You cannot force him to take his medication. Ugh. Lisa D. Kaplan said, speaking of racist, did you hear that Biden saying that the blacks the blacks and brown community are intelligent enough to get online and use the internet. I'm not shocked that, no shade to Delaware, but I'm not shocked that this older white man from Delaware is speaking the way he speaks. Y'all have to East Coast people, especially East Coast older white people, real slick with that mouth. Real slick with that mouth. I'm telling you, I went to school in South Philly. Every week or so, maybe like twice or three times a week, there was always some, South Philadelphia white person getting jumped because of their mouth. Like it was all, especially, I went to Creative Performing Arts High School. It was right down the street from South Philly High. If you know about Philadelphia, you know about two schools that produce, no shade, the most violent people in the city of Philadelphia. It is South Philly High and it is MLK. Those two schools, if you went to MLK or South Philly High in the city of Philadelphia, you can fight. And you're probably in prison right now for manslaughter. Like those kids were just different. Every week, because our school wasn't too far and we all had to walk the same way to catch the subway. Every week, it was some white girl with a pulled back ponytail with hoops getting jumped in front of South Philly. Every week, I was just like, oh my God. I went to a performing arts high school, so we wasn't about that life. Any issues that we had, we performed it out. You know what I mean? We just were not like those kids. And it was always some white girl getting jumped. I was like, oh, girl, just don't say it. Don't, whatever you're doing, stop it. But I will say, she will come back for more. It's like, oh God, that white girl is getting jumped again in front of the Cinnabon. East Coast white people talk real slick and they will get beat up and they will still talk real slick. So the things that Joe Biden says doesn't surprise me. Like how he speaks doesn't surprise me. Like Trump don't surprise me. It's just, they got some cojones. They got some cojones. It is what it is. We got a super chat from Sup People. Some people said, I would love a Nikki celebrity news channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sup People, that will never happen. Never happen. One, I don't have the energy and nor do I care. I feel like living out here has jaded me from a lot of stuff. And I think if I do something, not if, in an alternate world, if I did something like that, I will spoil it for you because I know too much about like how that works, right? So it wouldn't be like juicy. I would just be like, oh, well, this is an arrangement. You know what I mean? Like and it's a smart arrangement for celebrity. And like, it would just be too much behind the scenes where y'all would just be like, oh no, we wanted it to be an affair. It's not an affair. She's just a beard. Like that's what it would be. And I don't enjoy it. I don't have the energy for it. And some of these people, I know. You know what I mean? So I'm like, Wendy Williams, I am not. It just doesn't interest me. The only reason why I do the batch chat is because I talk about the show. And I like, if there's something that happens with people on the show, I will definitely do that. If it's reality TV, if it's scripted and it's something happening with the actors outside of that, I don't do it because I don't enjoy it. And it just seems like a lot of those celebrity news channels just seems very mean-spirited. It seems very unpopular kids, sitting at the, wacky lunch table, just gossiping about people that they want to be like. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy watching it. No shade to E! News, but that's like banned in my house. I'm like, oh no, we can't. I don't do the shade room. I don't do none of that stuff. I don't like it. It just seems mean-spirited. It's not like Oprah. Oprah Winfrey was different. Like when you sat down, it was like there was respect there. I do watch Wendy Williams, right? This is the thing. One, she's hilarious to me. Two, I grew up with her. Like for those of you who went to school and it was Tom Joyner, Tom Joyner was my Wendy Williams as a kid. Like, can you imagine being 9 years old, like going to school and, I was poor. So I got the breakfast at school, right? So we at the breakfast table talking about that Wendy Williams and Whitney Houston interview. Like, She is such a part of my life because she was a huge DJ in Philly after she got kicked out of New York. So there's just, I don't know, there's like a lot of familiarity there. If I didn't have that with her, I don't think I would watch anything that she does. I just don't like it. It just seems mean-spirited. That's just my take on it. But, you know, stuff happening on reality TV with these characters that I talk about, I'll absolutely do that. But celebrity news ain't for me. Ain't for me. The only time I'm talking about a celebrity is this. He's hot. Can we be real? Because we've had some conversations, okay? That's it. But it's just not for me. It ain't for me. Wait, is Y here? Hey, Y, if you're here. K. Smith said they were getting jumped with Beanie Siegel in the background. Listen, them white girls was taking them punches. Them white girls was taking them punches. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about white people from South Philly. And this is my last story, and then I'll start the review. So like I said, I went to school in South Philly. Right across the street from my high school, there was two things. There was a Rita's Water Ice stand that everybody went. No shade. Let me tell my tea. No shade. You would go to that Rita's Water Ice, like right. Where did the accent come from, Buck Wow? But like you would go to that Water Ice in like around May and June, right? Because for some reason on that block where the Rita's Water Ice is, that block produced some of the finest Italian high school boys ever. Listen, when it was time for school to let out, we would all go to that Rita's Water Ice. Listen, we ain't want water ice that bad, but we were horny teenagers, and it was like, oh, these fine like Italian boys. We just go like, hey. That was the hangout spot. Then right down the street there was a Dunkin' Donuts, and then right in between that Rita's and that Dunkin' Donuts was a Rite Aid. And I used to always go to this Rite Aid because that was, I don't know if they still do them, but back in the day they used to have these mega like jumbo charmers or whatever lollipops, and I just love them. So I would get a bunch of those. So I'm going, my girlfriends is at the Rita's Water Ice. I ain't really see nothing that I like there. So I'm walking to Rite Aid to get the jumbo charmers lollipops before we all walk to the gallery to get on the L. So I'm walking across the street, and I see this sister hop out of her car, head scarf and all, looking like she could fight. So when I see her jump out the car, I stop and I'm like, oh God, what is going on? Because whatever she about to do, it's about to get real crazy, and I don't feel like it. I don't want to be a part of it. I just want to get my lollipop. So she stops her car, and like her car is halfway in a parking space. She jumps out the car and she just starts screaming, "Be back up," and all this stuff at this girl. She hops in the car, closes the door, pulls back in the parking spot, and walks out. This Italian chick, she was giving me Drita from Mob Wives, pulls in back of her car so her car cannot get out. She jumps out, gorgeous, big, beautiful, gorgeous, black curly hair, long hoops, black liner, red lipstick. She jumps out, just like, who you calling a B? And I'm like, oh, I just want a lollipop. This is because I see the sister with the headscarf, and then I see her with the black lip liner and these hoop earrings and these nails. She looked like she could scrap though with those nails. So I'm just like, okay. So I gotta let them finish what they're doing because it's gonna get crazy. So she starts screaming at the sister, and the sister's still walking in right hand, and she's like, I'm talking to you, B. What you want? And she's leaning over the pole and Rite Aid. Now black men have started to form. So they are like saying, oh, get her. Oh, you won't let her talk to you like that? So they hyping these girls up. So they're going back and forth. B, 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 B. Then the girl's son gets out the car. And I'm like, there's a baby in the car. He gets out the car. He walks with his mom, and now she got the door halfway open, and they're just calling each other a B. I will say the black people that were watching were waiting for the Italian girl to cross the line. I think she recognized the situation she was in, and she never crossed the line. So they're be this, be that, and I'll do this to you. And the Italian girl still hanging out of her car, telling her what she gonna do to her. So then the girl tells her son, she's like, come on. And they go in the door. And she was like, you better. The Italian girl was like, you better go in there, B. And the sister's all I'm saying, I better go in there or what? gonna do? This Italian chick, without like hesitation, looks at her and says, before I cut off your head and piss in your neck. Let me tell you something. That was enough for me and all the black men around. The black people were like, oh! There was nothing that sister could say. Because I was shocked. I was like, cut off your head. And I'm a teenager. You know what I mean? I've heard some things, but not on this level. The sister was like, you want to what? Girl, I ain't even got time. Yes, don't have time. Just walk in that house. Just walk into that Rite Aid. Get what you got to get and leave this crazy chick alone. After she said that, so after the Italian chick says that, and everybody's hyping her up, I think she realized that there's just nowhere else she can go at this point. So she gets in her car and she pulls off. And you know what? At that point, I was like, I don't need this lollipop that bad. Can I tell you guys, I have never been back to that Rite Aid. I have never been back to that Rite Aid, and that was my spot after school. I used to always get my jumbo lollipops from that Rite Aid because the lady in the gallery who had her own little stand who would sell candy, she was charging like $2 for the lollipops when they was 25 cents at Rite Aid. So I was just like, I'm gonna go to Rite Aid, not this chick. That lady started getting my $2 because after that, I just could not go back to that Rite Aid. I don't know if I thought I was going to see that Italian girl again and she was going to cut off somebody's head. I don't know, but I ain't never been back to that Rite Aid. That is white people from South Philadelphia. Like that's those East Coast, Philadelphia, Delaware white people. Leave them be. They're going to say some stuff. You're going to beat them up and they're going to say it again and you're going to beat them up. They take a licking and keep on ticking. That's our president and that's the first lady. Because if you think the first lady don't talk like that, baby, I don't know a white person from Philadelphia who don't. Anyway, let's get into this review. I've said too much, but I ain't never been back to that Rite Aid, girl. I ain't never been back to that Rite Aid. Oh, the devil is a lie. Okay, you know what's happening. You know what's happening here. Let me let my notes load. Cordelia said, that's wild. That's South Philly. That's South Philly. Girl, I have never, and I ride by that Rite Aid. Like every time I go home, I ride by that Rite Aid. And I think a Rite Aid, and I think of those two women. I'm like, how are they doing? Like, how are they doing today? Ciao. Oh, no, some people, not white. Like this is not my community, so I really can't speak on it. But I remember in high school, the Italian guys, the Italian people, period. I'm so focused on the men. I was something else in high school. Girl, the stories I could tell, especially when the Bronx Tale came out. That summer was lit. But the Italian people didn't like to be called white. I didn't have time to figure out why. It was just I remember one of my guy friends got really upset at me for saying, something about white people. And I was referring to him and he was like, I'm Italian. And I was just like, okay, white. He was like, no, I'm Italian. No, I ain't like. I was like, oh, okay. How you identify is how you identify. I'm not going to take that away from you, but I just assumed you were white. Okay. So I don't know. But I don't know if that's like I can't say that for all Italian people, right? I don't know if they all identify like that, but he was very, like all of them were very, adamant about not being white, but being Italian. I don't know. It's not my community, so I can't speak on it. And they also had a little something with the Irish kids. I didn't get into it either, but I remember one of my Italian friends saying something to my Irish friend, and I didn't know what it meant. But I know by the way my Irish friend reacted, it was something spicy. I minded my black behind business. I ain't asked no questions. I just went on like I ain't hear nothing going on. Because when the whites are fighting, I mind my business. It's not my business. I'm not getting into it. I am not getting into it. Why? Do you make sauce? If he's fine enough, I will. Lisa D. Kaplan said, oh my God, Nikki, you couldn't pay me to date an Italian dude from the East Coast. Half of my family is Italian. I love them, but hell no. Can I tell you, there was this one. What? Let me see if my notes are up. But there was this one dude. I was just like, something could probably happen here. But he just used to talk real slick about black men, and I just couldn't. I was like, yeah, there's something behind it. Like, love black women. But like, whenever I would say something about like, oh, he wants to marry me. What man doesn't? But whenever I would say something about our kids, he would be real specific what kind of like, he would be real specific about us having sons and what kind of sons they were going to be. They ain't sound too black to me. And I was just like, let me get out of this mess. I will not, before I involve my body, let me get out of this mess. I was very young, guys. That was like early 20s when I was just, oh my goodness, I'm just going to be a mom. Times have changed. No man can talk to me like that today. Oh yeah, that was 50 years ago. Just Call Me Wah says some Italian people. See, who knows what happens with these lies? Just Call Me Wah says some Italian people assimilated and really wanted to be white for the privilege. Tony Soprano made mention of it. See, I told you about HBO. We'd be learning on there. Yeah, I get that. I didn't like. It's not my community, my culture, my business. So I didn't really take time to break anything down. But it was just, I take an Italian by how I meet them. Some don't care to be called white. Some will crack your jaw if you call them white. I just mind my business. How do you identify? You know what I mean? I feel like when you ask somebody what their pronouns are or how, like, what are your pronouns? I feel like you just have to ask Italian people, how do you want me to refer to you? Like, what culture are you today? That's where you just got to be. I think it's also location. I really, really do. Because I don't I don't have those experiences in LA. The white people in LA are just white. Like, they're all together. I feel like in Philly, we just have really strong, we have a huge, Irish community. We have a huge Italian community. We have a huge Black, Vietnamese, Chinese. Like, I don't know. It's kind of, affordable New Yorkish. So however people want to identify, I just go with it. Oh, and the guy that I was telling you about that was just like, don't call me white, I'm Italian. That was the dude. That was a dude trying to marry the kid. I was just like, he's like, no, we're having sons and we're going to raise them to be Italian. I'm like, I'm Black, right? What's going on? But I was young. I was like high school to early 20s. I'm a woman now. No man can talk to me like that. And it'd be okay. Ever. There it is. There's the notes. They finally crossed over. Oh my God, what time is it? Oh, the people on the playback are going to cuss me out. Damn it. Oh well, if you're just here for the review, beloved, it starts right now. Sorry, playback people. They're going to read me for filth in the comment section. Y'all don't know. I get those comments. Nikki, I love you. You're so fun. But could you please talk to everybody after? I know. I'll do better. Jen, where are you from? Jen said, I'm Italian. I've never said anything other than white, though. Where are you from? Well, Jen is answering that. Let's get into the hometowns. You know what? Before we get into that, okay. Somebody sent me, and I forget who sent it. And the reason why is because so many people sent it to me. And the first person that I got it from, I just like copied it and went with it. Yolande said, that's why there's a fast forward button. Somebody sent me, a bunch of y'all sent me, but I took the first person who sent me Matt James's not apology, but a statement about what's happening in The Bachelor, right? Before I get into that, I went to his page to see it. Then I started scrolling. And all I'm going to say is, I don't know what's happening with Matt or what direction he's going into, but I like it. What is happening? What's going on? What is this the work of Rachel Lindsay? Because I'm here for it. What's going on? Who is this? What is happening? I'm liking it. I don't know. I wasn't with the beard in the beginning, but now, especially this skateboarding thing, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. What is happening? What is happening? I didn't give a damn about that statement after I started scrolling to Instagram. I was just like, oh, okay. What's happening? Rachel, I ain't even going to say it. Rachel, bringing him home. Rachel is what is happening? Matt was cute, right? I didn't find him attractive. But something about that beard. It's that beard and that rose picture. That's the one that got me. That's the one that got me. I think it's because now he seems like somebody that I would be interested in dating. I think that's what it is. The difference between a beard, like what a beard can do to a man, child. I'm liking it. Why couldn't we get this bachelor? Why couldn't we get this bachelor with the beard and the beanie? Can we get a bachelor with a beard and a beanie and some Timbs? Can we do this, please? Please. Not all of us like, men in cargo shorts. It's a certain kind of woman. The rest of us, we like it a little rough. Okay. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Oh, y'all still hating. I like the beard. Anyway, I want to read his statement. So Matt said, the past few weeks have been some of the most challenging of my life. And while there are several episodes left of the season, I know, like, when is it going to end? Can we just get to paradise? It is important that I take the time to address the troubling information that has come to light since we wrapped filming, including the incredibly disappointing photos of Rachel Cokerno and Hannah Brown. Hannah Brown, she was doing some slave play reenactment. Wait, different slave plantation, child. The disappointing photos of Rachel Cokerno and Rachel, you got too many K's in your name. And the interview between Rachel Lindsay and Chris Harrison. The reality is that I'm learning about these situations in real time, and it has been devastating and heartbreaking, to put it bluntly. Chris's failure to receive and understand the emotional labor that my friend Rachel Lindsay was taking on by graciously and patiently explaining the racist history of the antebellum South, a painful history that every American should understand intimately, was troubling and painful to watch. As Black people and allies immediately knew and understood, it was a clear reflection of a much larger issue that the Bachelor franchise has fallen short on addressing adequately for years. This moment has sparked critical conversations and reporting, raised important questions, and resulted in inspiring displays of solidarity from Bachelor Nation. Not all of them. Have you checked Rachel Lindsay's comments? It has also pushed me to reevaluate and process what my experience on The Bachelor represents. Not just for me, but for all of the contestants of color, especially the Black contestants of this season and the seasons past. And for you, the viewers at home. We're talking a little differently. I will continue to process this experience, and you will hear more from me in the end. My greatest prayer is that this is an inflection point that results in the real and institutional change for the better. I liked it. I liked his statement. I think it was beyond time for him to say something. I'm glad he took his time. I will say, guys, and I know y'all get on me for this, but listen, Black people pull you in. This man is getting a cultural wake-up call on national TV in front of the world. He is having to deal with stuff I don't think he's ever really had to deal with. You know what I mean? I think he's always considered, his identity of being a biracial man, a man with a white mom and a Black father. And although that is his, reality, right? within him. Those are the people who created him. He still presents as a Black man. So I think with this process, he presents to other people, right? He doesn't present it in himself. I think he sees something completely different. But I think this process, he's realizing, and maybe, through conversations with Rachel, he's realizing the cultural issues that he probably never really knew about because he was raised in a white household. So those things were not available to him. The teachings were not available to him. So now at 26, going on probably 27 at this point, damn near 30, he's figuring all this stuff out. Hello, Meghan Markle. I'm not saying that she didn't know who she was, but she was very aware that she was a biracial person who could pass. The UK let her know, oh, you Black and that's it. So she got this she got the same Matt James on the higher level where it's just oh, I was always able to live in this identity because it's the reality of who I am. But when I get here, y'all giving me the Black experience that I never received. My mama got it, but I still never experienced that. I watched it happen to somebody that I love, but I still never experienced it. But now she's experiencing it, and it's a lot. It's a lot for her and her prince of a husband. Okay. That is another lie, but they have left the royals. Harry said, you won't do my mama. You won't do my wife like you did my mama. The devil is a liar. That's right, Harry. That's right. Anyway, that is what's happening. So I do feel, I feel bad for the kid. I really, really do, because it's just ugh. I figured out that I was Black and that people were going to have a problem with it when I was very young. Very, very young. And so as an adult, I'm able to manage and, move in life a different way because I've been trained in that from very young because of experiences. I don't think that Matt ever got that. And he's getting it now. You know what I mean? He's getting it now on national TV, and he has this Black woman coaching him through the process. Are we ever going to give Rachel Lindsay her flowers? Because she is doing the Lord's work. She is doing the Lord's work. And dare I say she shouldn't. Everybody keeps on mentioning her name. I'm glad that people are mentioning her name because, she is doing the work, right? Why are y'all not joining her? Everybody says, oh, Rachel Lindsay helped me understand. Rachel talked me through it. Rachel gave me another perspective. Are y'all all just so oblivious that until you have a conversation with Rachel, you realize that there's racism in the world, that issues happen to people because of the color of their skin? Because Rachel said something, now y'all get it? Why are y'all not helping this woman? She's doing all of this cultural and emotional labor for all of Bachelor Nation at their big ages, and nobody is helping her. They're thanking her. Thank you, Rachel. Help her. Join her. Why is she the only one saying anything? That bothers me. That really, really does. I mean, I'm glad that Rachel is doing the work, but I'm at some point, y'all got to take that load off of that woman's back. And y'all got to start speaking up and saying this is wrong. Because everybody that says something is wrong, they mention Rachel. So before she talked to you, you was ignorant, y'all revealing yourselves in the worst way. Before I go on, I got a super chat from my girl. Just Call Me Why. Just Call Me Why said, Nikki, give me the backstory. What happened with Chris and Rachel? Also, Rachel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Why? Why? You don't know the tea? So Chris Harrison did an interview with Rachel Lindsay, and in that they were talking about Sundown Town Rachel and her being at a antebellum South plantation party. It's where they, have a party celebrating the old South where my ancestors were being tortured, hung, and enslaved. So that's what they were celebrating. And Rachel was talking to Chris Harrison about it, and Chris Harrison started defending Rachel, Sundown Town Rachel, to the point where I thought that he had done something like that. Then later it comes out that he did participate in stuff like that at his high school, at his college back in the day. And they actually, honored him. I don't know why, but they honored him, so we were able to find out that. So, because when I was watching the interview, I was like, the way he is defending Sundown Town Rachel, it has to be three things. Either she's his, biological daughter, either he's hitting it, or either he has done something very similar to what Rachel has done, and that is why he is defending her like that. But Rachel Lindsay was trying to tell him, like at least trying to help him, because he was digging a hole for himself, and he was just saying some really ignorant and outlandish things, calling people the woke police and saying that people are trying to destroy this woman's life, who willingly at 22 went to a antebellum South plantation party, antebellum or however you pronounce it. So that's where all of this drama was about with Chris and Rachel, Lindsay and Rachel, Sundown Town Rachel. That's the whole gist of it. He just literally went on this interview with Rachel and showed his whole racist behind, which is why we don't know where his job is or if it's up in the air. Like nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on with that man. I don't think he's coming back, because far too many people in Bachelor Nation keep on speaking out against him. Now we have the lead of the freaking show talking about him and saying that he was disturbed by the interview. I don't think he's coming back. I really, really don't, because at the end of the day, it's not black and white, it's green. It's green, and the networks don't want to affect any of their coin, because ain't no, unless you're the My Pillow guy, ain't no company trying to buy no commercials during a show where, you know, a lot of the viewers think that they have a racism problem. So that's where we're at with that. Let's get into hometowns. So after we talked, there's some juicy tea going on in my bestie group chat. I gotta get to that. But so after, you know, I was scrolling Matt's Instagram. Hey Matt, looking like a Philadelphia Muslim. What's up? We get to the hometowns. So Matt and Michelle, I love them. I love those two together. I see them working. I really, really do. I see this being the, Matt and Michelle, Barack and Michelle. Don't jump me. Don't jump me in the comments. But I see them being that couple that works. I see them being the family, like a not a poster family, but I do see them being a very successful family. They have so much in common. You know what I mean? Like when we see Matt and we see him walk up to Michelle and we see that they're wearing the same thing, we see that they're both giddy and they just work really well for me. In my opinion, I feel like they just fit. They fit perfectly. They have so much in common by being athletes. They have so much in common by being people who still work with children in some capacity. Matt has his charity that he works with underprivileged kids from underprivileged communities. And then we have Michelle, who's a school teacher who is loved by all of her students. And then, you know, let's talk about it. They both have, you know, white moms. That's really important to Matt. I'm not gonna say I love him, but he's fine to me now, right? And I like the dude, but that interview, I ain't never gonna get on that over that interview, Matt. You were chastising Black women. You even addressed it in that. You even addressed how now you see things a little differently. Instead of saying sorry, you got a wake up call. Okay. So always chastise Black women. Never thank us. Never thank us. But anyway. So they do have that connection where they, unlike Matt, it seems like, you know, Matt, you just made it seem like your dad wasn't in your life, but Michelle's father is in her life, but they both have white moms. They both have that identity thing within, not identity thing, but they both have, you know, similarities in that. So we know that they will connect in that way, culturally. And then we have, let me go through my notes. Athletic kids, white moms, Black dads. Oh, that's it. That's their similarities. But I don't know. I just feel like they work together. I really, really do feel like they fit. So they have this great date, and then we go and we meet Michelle's parents. I love them. I love Michelle's parents. When Michelle opened that door and walked in with Matt, the way her mother's eyes lit up and the way she jumped up to hug her daughter, that is a loving family. That is a loving family. Her mother was so excited to see her. She just jumped up and started hugging her baby. And I was like, oh, Matt, this is a good family. This is a good family. I think this is it. I would want it to be it for him, because I just feel like this was, That family was so amazing. Ephraim, Daddy Ephraim, I loved him. I loved him. He talked to he was very cautious when speaking with Matt, but he was also very sweet and very kind. And I'm like, Matt, you don't want this to be your father-in-law. He's so sweet. He's protective over his baby, but he's understanding of the process. He was such a sweet man. I'm telling you guys, I don't even think I took notes for this. Did I take? No, I didn't, because I was sitting there just watching them and just beaming. I was beaming over this family. I was like, man, this is it. This is the family you want to marry into. That you can see those two, her parents, they love each other. They're not faking it. They're really in it. I love how the things her mother was saying to her and how encouraging she was. I don't know. Michelle, the family sold it for me. I already thought that she was a perfect fit for him, but her parents, Mr. Ephraim, he was so sweet, and he was very cautious with Michelle because he was just like, you've been hurt before, and I don't want that for you. Oh, he was such a sweetheart. I love that family. I was like, Matt, we're done here. We're done here. This is your wife. We'll play along with you. But this is the one. This is the one. She was so sweet. Oh, before we move on to that woman, I will say this. Outside of Daddy Ephraim, the sweetest thing that happened with Matt and Michelle during their time was when Matt met her students. This is it, Matt. You can't pick anybody else. You know what? Black woman, if he actually ends up picking Michelle or Bri, egg on our face. I'll apologize if I have to. But because I was just like, it's only one white woman at the end. Didn't see that coming. But I just feel like they fit so well, because when he went in to meet her students, he was so good with the kids. Like, so that Matt really, like, him working with his charity is not fake. You can tell that he really does, interact in those kids, and he's really a part of their lives, because he was so good with the kids. He was asking all their questions, giving them like an answer, but not like, revealing the end of the show. I love their time together. And let's just talk about little Nikki. Is that your boyfriend? I say, yes, Nikki, go ahead, little batch chat. She got right to the T. She was just like, hey, how y'all doing? Is that your boyfriend? Like, what's going on here? Is she the one or not? I was like, get him, little Nikki. She was so adorable. All those kids were cute. All those kids were so adorable. Are you going to have babies? Matt was like, I don't know. They were so cute. They were so cute. I love them. I everything about Michelle. I feel like I like Abigail, but now I'm like, if he doesn't pick her, LA County, who? Hold on, what was that? What the hell is this? LA County. Wait a minute. Why is LA County calling me? Is it about my stimulus? Hold on. Is my money here? Because I did tweet Joe Biden earlier today, and I was like, Joe, where's my money? Is this LA County giving me my money? Wait a minute. I got a message. Ciao. Am I about to get my stimulus right after the Ivy Park drop? Thanks a lot, Joe Biden. I needed that stimulus for that drop. Anyway, where was I at? Ciao. God. We gotta tweet our representatives, because I think my money is on the way. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, or is it somebody calling me from prison? Who was I talking to out of prison? You know what? Let me finish this. What is going on? So yeah, Matt and Michelle are perfect. I love them. That is my couple. Let's get into Sundown Town Rachel. She can't drive. Sundown Town Rachel, the way she was driving that car, I was like, oh, we are just driving however we want. We're not going to stay within the lines. We are we trying to make sure the Bachelor makes it to your parents in one piece? Because the way she was driving, and poor Matt was like, oh, whoo, child. I was afraid for him too, but I should have been more afraid for Rachel. Can I just say, guys, when they hopped in on that plane and she was like, yeah, we're going skydiving, I was just like, this is something I would never do. It just doesn't seem fun to me. It doesn't seem like an enjoyable experience. Like, I just wouldn't think of, oh, let me jump out of a plane and have a good time. Nah, especially if I don't like flying anyway. So I was just like, nah, that's not for me. But guys, as soon as I said that, Rachel hit the ground with the strength of my ancestors. I don't know if it was them. I don't know. I'm just saying, the way she hit that ground, I was like, is that Harriet Tubman? Because she hit that ground hard. She hit that ground hard. Homegirl was eating grass for days, to the point where I was just like, oh, this is a lawsuit. This is a lawsuit. Did you sign anything, Rachel? You know, I'm not trying to help the enemy, but girl, you almost died. Like, she could have snapped her neck. The way she hit that ground and that man's weight on top of her. I'm not trying to, help her get no more coin, but I would have been like, Matt gonna run over to her and he's just like, are you okay? I would have been like, no, I can't feel my legs. Something. Baby, the hell with The Bachelor. I would have left that show with millions upon millions, because I don't think that this is something that Rachel thought up. I don't think that Sundown Town Rachel was just like, oh, let me and the help jump out of an airplane and it will make it look really fun and cute and sexy right before we go meet my family. I don't think that she would have said that. I think this is a date that the show prepared for them and she just went along with it. She's young because, wait a minute. Hold on. Is it my money? Y'all, if my money is in here, I'm getting off of here. I'm getting off of here and I'm going to Bloomingdale's. I'm going to go crazy. Wait a minute. Because this is from my bank. Did I get a deposit? Oh no, Amazon. They took their damn money. I got to get off of that. Anyway, ciao. My money's on the way. I receive it. I claim it. I name it. So anyway, after Rachel told the help that she was okay, I didn't agree with it. I wouldn't have said it. I would have got my coin and left that man, but she's young. She, got up and said that she was okay. All right. So then they go and meet her family. When Rachel walks in to the door, what the hell? When she walks to the door with the help, the camera pans from her mother and her sister. Was her brother Grayson there? Or did I read that from somewhere else? Her mother and her sister to this man of color. Who the hell was that brown man? Who the hell was that brown man? Because I was just like, wait a minute, is this a producer or security? Where's her father? That ain't him. That is not him. I was just looking at this man. I don't know, was he Mexican? Was he Indian? Was he Middle Eastern? Creole? This ambiguous brown man is not her daddy. Is not her daddy. The nerve. I could not believe it. I said, you got a whole brown dad and you were some plantation party smiling on Instagram. How dare you? I bind up model minorities right now in the mighty and the matchless name of Jesus. Y'all holding back the process. Y'all are holding back the process. When I saw that brown man, I said, this better be security. This better not be Sundown Town Rachel's daddy. The nerve. The nerve. Oh, you think because it didn't happen to you over here, it won't? Oh, you think because it happened to us, you safe? Oh, I was pissed. I was pissed when I saw that man. Because at first I thought he was security. I thought it was just like security or somebody in production. And then I saw that man had Rachel's face. You at a plantation party with that whole brown father that probably couldn't get into America a year ago? That probably got ice hanging out in your front yard, waiting for him to make a mistake? Really, Rachel? We got to end them out of minorities. I'm telling you, they are the ones holding back the process. They're the ones. They are the ones, because you think you safe. You think you safe. Disappointed. Why didn't y'all tell me? Y'all tell me everything else. Y'all specifically leave out Sundown Town Rachel got a brown daddy. I was just like, this man has her whole face. This is her father. And guys, I went to the Instagram. He's darker on the Instagram. What the hell? Sir, how are you doing it in that Sundown Town neighborhood? Because I know you get mistaken for others. Anyway, Sundown Town Daryl sits down with Matt and he's not happy. I wonder why. I will say this. I hate to side with the enemy, but Sundown Town Daryl was making sense. I was listening to Sundown Town Daryl and I was just like, you know what? Points are being made here. Like, this is sorry, Harriet Tubman, but he is making sense. He was making a lot of sense when he was just like, 3 weeks. I don't think you can like fall in love and want to marry somebody in that short period of time. Sundown Town Rachel was mad that Sundown Town Daryl and Matt and the help didn't have like a good sit down, right? But for me, I just felt like he was making sense, especially for this process. I get it. You want to get results right away. It's just not enough time. It's not enough time. It's a huge life decision. And it seems like that Sundown Town family don't play with marriage, right? Especially when you might be jumping to the other side. Girl, I can't believe he's brown. I can't believe he's brown, but I also can. And that's the problem. That's the problem. But Sundown Town Daryl was making sense to me. Sorry. Oh, God. Calm down, Sojourner Truth. I get it, Frederick Douglass. I get it, Harriet. But he was making sense. Sorry, MLK, but he was. Like, he was making sense to me, and I agree with him. Smack my brown hands, but I agree with him. I was just like, yeah, he's making sense. I'm sorry, Matt. And this is the thing, right? Sundown Town Rachel was just like, I can't believe that Matt didn't ask my dad for my hand in marriage. Really? You can't believe that? You think that was a comfortable situation? After everything that Sundown Town Daryl said, there was no for Matt to ask for her hand in marriage. Daryl didn't leave anything open. He didn't say anything that would make Matt believe that he would be okay with him marrying Rachel. And it's not because he's brown like him. It's because I think he just does not believe that there's enough time in this process. And I agree with him. Sorry, but I do. So when Matt left, right, and didn't ask Sundown Town Daryl for Sundown Town Rachel's hand in marriage, I was just like, is he still going to propose? Reality Steve. See, this is the thing. You better stop listening to that man. Because I will say a prediction and then he'll be like, some things have changed. Because y'all done told me that he said that she's the one. And I felt it in my spirit because of how he was interacting with her. So I wouldn't have been surprised by that. But the way this show was going, I'm like, oh God, I'm not going to have to apologize. Because he didn't ask for the hand in marriage. That's a really big deal to Rachel. So I don't think she would accept Matt's proposal if he didn't ask for her father's hand in marriage. And I also don't for her hand in marriage from her father, but I also don't blame Matt for not asking because there was no space for that conversation to happen. It was tense the whole time. And I felt like, man, you live in the South. You could pick some things up. You could pick some things up. Before you talk to Rachel Lindsay, you could have picked some things up. Anyway, let's move on to I still can believe that man is a person of color. Does he know? He has to know. He has blue brown lips. So can I be real? I'm not being vulgar or anything like that. But he probably got a dark penis. He probably has a really dark penis. You can always tell by the lips. I'm serious. Not like I've seen. You know what? let me move on. Ciao. What in the hell? Anyway, Bri. How are you? Anyway, Bri. Where are we? Bri and Matt are very passionate. They are very passionate. So this is the thing. Matt and Michelle have a very strong connection. Like I see family with them. I see Michelle being 9 months pregnant. Matt got the stair step child because they give me stair step kids. The stair step first one strapped to his chest while they're in IKEA looking for fun decor. Like that's what I see. With Matt and Bri, I see a lot of sex all over the world. And you know what? I don't want to be Bri because I just see them just, banging in Paris, banging in Belgium, banging in Hawaii. I just see these two just traveling, taking really hot Instagram pictures. But I don't see long term. I don't see long term with these two. I see long term with Michelle. Not saying that Bri is not marriage material. I'm just saying that Bri is not. I don't feel like Matt is looking at her for a wife like he's looking for Michelle, which may get Bri picked, right? Because I don't get that Matt is looking for a wife. I don't get that at all. Angela, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to go down that road, but his lips are very dark, like on the inside. So I know the genitalia is even dark. Anyway, hey, Angela. Angela said, I hope this doesn't sound ignorant, but why do you call her Sundown Town Rachel? I love your channel. You make me laugh till I cry. I love you too, Angela. Thank you so much. Well, Rachel is from a sundown town. And so when I was talking about we have so many Rachels. So I don't want you guys to think I'm talking about Rachel Lindsay because she's still very popular within Bachelor Nation. So I just gave Rachel, I call her Sundown Town Rachel because to be honest with you, it's easier to say than Rachel Kakano. I don't want to say KKK Rachel, you know what I mean? So sundown town is a little softer, but she is from a sundown town. And what sundown towns are places where Black people could go to work in the day, but they could not be caught there at night because they would not survive it. They would, probably be shot or hung. So that is where that name comes from, sundown town. That's why I don't know if there's like Black people in your life. I don't know, but that's where the comment for Black kids, the comment where normally our mothers and grandmothers say, make sure you're home before the street lights come on. That's because if Black people are out at night, at least back in that day, sometimes today as well, if they're out at night, they don't know if their kids are coming back home because that's when a lot of, Emmett Tills and, deadly racist acts would happen to Black people. So that's what you call a sundown town, a place where Black people can work in the daytime safely. But when the sun goes down, it is just not safe for them to be there because they might be, raped, slaughtered, or both. That's why. Yikes. got a little deep there, but that's why I call her Sundown Town Rachel. Not because she does those things, but she's from a town in Georgia that is historically known as being a sundown town. I don't know if it's still a sundown town today, but that is just a place where Black people do not go ever, especially at night. And that's where Rachel and her person of color father is from. Child, I ain't never letting that go. Y'all tell me everything. Everything but this. I can't believe I was shocked. I can't believe I was shocked watching this. Like, who is this man? Is it security? Is it the help? Is it production? Is her daddy? Not with that brown penis, child. Brown. Dark brown. I'm not saying how I know. I'm just saying you can always tell by the lips. You can always tell by the lips. Sometimes you get a little shocked because you're not looking at the lips. Like, oh my God. Look at the lips. Bri's family. I love Bri's family. I really, really did. I felt like with Bri's family, they are, I just see my family, right? Because my family, for some reason, we just pop out women. We just don't have a lot of men in my family. We do not. And it's not because I don't want to stay. It's just because my family does not give birth to boys. It's really, the women in my family just do not give birth to boys, or the men in my family shoot out girls. Like that's just, we are a strong female dominated family. And that's just, that's just how it is. So watching Bri's family, I was just like, my family could definitely hang with them. Oh, Angela, did I give you this? Thank you, Angela, for the super chat. So I just watching them, I was just like, oh, they're so much fun. I could see, my family having a good time with them. And I always think it's always great for a man to marry into a family, a strong female dominated family. I always think it's just a better situation for a man because there's so much comfort and wisdom in women. And if you're surrounded by just good women, how can you be a terrible guy? Society raises them up to be terrible. But if you got a good, strong community of women, raise the most amazing men. Not saying that, the men aren't there, but I'm just saying dominated, when it's dominated like that. That just reminded me of my family. So I was excited to see them. Bri's mama. Hello, thick queen. Hello, thick queen. Bri's mama got body. I was like, oh, okay, girl, with your little pleather tights. Yes, mama, she's in her 30s. I think Bri said that her mom is in her 30s. Oh, God. She looks young, tight, and pulled together, but 30s, I wouldn't have called that. I would not have called 30s. I am so afraid. I just feel like soon as a child pop out, I just, for me, I just feel like I'm praying. That's why I'm doing my skincare like crazy. I'm praying because I just feel like the minute I have a child, I'm gonna do the reverse Benjamin Button, and I can't deal. I cannot deal. There's a part of me that wants kids, but there's another part of me that wants to look young for a very long time. And I'm just like, I feel like, especially my kids, if I get a kid like me, that fun baby is gonna stress me out. Little Nikki, sit down. I was that kid. Climbing trees for no reason. Oh, child. She doesn't give me 30s, but she looks good. Not saying you don't look good outside of your 30s, but I don't get 30s from her. I just get, young fly mom. I really, really do. And I think she looks a bit more mature or presents a bit more mature because she's been a mother since she was 13. Mother was out in them streets. Okay. But I enjoyed the family. I really, really did. I will say this about Bri's mom. She saw Matt before he even walked through the door. Like as soon as she sat down with him, she knew everything. And some moms are just like that. A lot of moms are like that. But as every question that she asked Matt, she already had the answer before he answered it. She's that good. She could see right through him. And she knew that this wasn't a long-term process for her daughter, but she knew that her daughter was so engulfed in this man. But when she had the conversation with Bri, she was keeping her cautious, bringing her back to reality. But she was also comforting her child because she could see that Bri was in it. Bri was in it. And I think because her mom is so young or started to be a mom very young, I don't think it's far-fetched that Bri wants to be a wife and a mom very young because, for the majority of her mother's youth, she saw her doing those things as a whole child herself, right? So I'm not shocked that Bri being what I think she's like 23 or something. I'm not shocked by her being so young, her like being in her early 20s. I'm not shocked at all that she's here or that, she is ready to be with Matt. I would say if you two do make it, enjoy him. If she's 23 or 26, enjoy him for like 8 or 10 years. Have fun, travel, girl. He gonna bang you all over the continent, girl. He gonna bang you all over several continents. Enjoy before you become a mom, because I think with somebody like Bri, being a mom very early is not that's just a reality. That's something that just makes sense to her, and I don't want that for her. But I mean, if she wants it for herself, go ahead on. But I'm saying enjoy him if that's what it's gonna be, because that's who you two are. Because that kiss that you gave him, I ain't never seen Matt. You know what? He did kiss Piper like that, and he sent her home. So I don't know, Bri. I don't know, but you two are very passionate. They are very passionate. I think it could go either way with him or Bri. I didn't really get much from Matt with Sundown Town Rachel. I really didn't. I didn't get a lot from them. I still don't understand. I think that's just normally the girl he goes for with us on Downtown Rachel, but I just don't see any passion or connection. And honestly, I didn't. This was before I found out about the plantation parties, right? I was shocked, right? Remember, I started talking to you guys about it, and I'm like, how does he know this girl's name already? How was she crying over, not getting a date with him in this episode too? How are y'all here already? So I knew there was something there, but when they're together, you just don't see it. You just don't see or feel a chemistry like you do, for me, in my opinion, with Michelle and Bri. Bri is a lot of passion. Michelle, it's future. She's like the future for him if he wants to take that step. If he wants to enjoy, and not really settle down right now, I think Bri is a perfect choice. If he wants to, get married right away and find a wife, which he's not looking for, and that's no shade to Matt, but you're moving different, in my opinion, for a man that wants to be married and have kids right away. Why are you just moving into a 2-bedroom penthouse with your bestie Tyler? You bringing a whole wife into a penthouse with your best friend. So you're getting a wife and she got to move in with you and your roommate? That don't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. So I don't think he's looking for a wife. So if he's not looking for a wife right now, Bri is the perfect choice. Bri is the perfect choice. Make sure she knows that, though. Make sure she knows that you're not ready to do all that husband father stuff right now, because I feel like she's already in it, because that's not abnormal to her. That is her life. Then we meet Serena's family. Let me just say this. Multiracial families were winning this episode, because I said, look at us. Look how far we have come. Serena's family, I think her mother is Trinidadian and her dad is white Canadian, if that's a thing. Do you call yourself white in Canada? I don't know. Shannon Van, if you're here, let the girl know. But we have Trinidadian. I think she's Indian Trinidadian, right? And I think the dad is white. Then we have Michelle and Michelle's family, white mama, black daddy, Mr. Ephraim, the Ephraims. And then Bri, I think her mother is Middle Eastern, her father is black. Like, we are just look at this. The Bachelor said, y'all want diversity? Well, here you go. I said, come on, Swirl Love. Swirl Love is over here winning this episode. Okay. Get to work. They said we are here and we are here to stay. Multiracial families. Come on, Cheerios commercial. Anyway, we meet her family. Let's talk about Serena real quick. I ain't seen none of this coming. I didn't see any of this coming. I did not call this at all, especially by the way that Serena was acting. So we meet her family, fun, beautiful family, love them. The best family for me was Michelle's family, but I enjoyed all the families except for Sundown Town Rachel. I enjoyed all the families. This family was fun, nice, but serious, very, very serious family. Serena's date with Matt, a little boring. I think he got bored real quick, Serena. You got to read the room. You got to read the room. After you made him count them leaves on a maple leaf or whatever, at the points on a maple leaf, I think it was time to wrap it up because he seemed to be bored. But anyway, then they go to meet her family, and the mom and the dad are not into it. Not, and they weren't being disrespectful, but the mom and especially the mother was asking them questions. I was just like, "Do you see Matt just like Bree's mama sees Matt?" Because the way she was asking them questions, I felt like she was asking the question like Bree's mama, asking the questions and already knowing the answer. Because sometimes moms just know. From the minute that new dude you have walk in the door, mama know everything, and that's why you hate it sometimes because as soon as your mother meet that dude that you're falling for, because you didn't see the things in him. So she gonna see it. And she gonna call it out because you would rather overlook it because you enjoy him. But your mama don't got nothing with him. She got something with you. You're her child. So she gonna say it right away. So you already know. Serena knew. Because as soon as she sat down and started talking to her mom after her mom talked to Matt, she was just like, I don't think this is for you. I don't think he's for you. Because you're not in it. You're hesitating. Her sister said the same thing too. And Serena went from being so in love with Matt, thinking this is her husband, ready to have his babies, to like after she talked to her mother and her sister, to being like, he's not my person. I said, wait a minute, Serena, what happened? Because wasn't Serena the one who was into Matt so deeply? She was the one who wanted to marry him right away and have his kids. And then 2 conversations, one with her mom and one with her sister. And she was just like, yeah, he's not the one. Girl, what? I will always say, listen to your family because they love you and they will watch out for you. But how was your opinion so quickly changed? Like you were ready to spend your life with this man. And now, like after that conversation, she was just like, yeah, he's probably not for me. I'm not there. Serena, then you should have left a long time ago. You really, really should. Like this is what bothers me. Don't get all the way to hometowns and just be like, you know what? Yeah, I don't think that this process is for me. Because it just feels like you're wasting their time, whoever the lead is, right? Because if you're feeling these things and somebody is probably a little farther off than you are with your feelings, take yourself out of the competition so that chick can go. But again, he did pick you. I don't know. I just was like, oh, Serena, like you got 2 weeks left and you realize that you ain't want him. But it was after the conversation with her family. So, because this is the thing, Serena could have already felt these things, but we didn't see it. We just saw her, oh my God, I'm going out with Matt. I love him. I can see us being married and having kids. Canada. Like, that's what we were seeing from her. We didn't get this, like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't think I'm falling in love with him. That whole scene, I was like, oh, wait. Huh? Serena, what? She never said any of this until she talked to her mom and her sister. And so then when she talked to Matt was feeling something, right? So then after he leaves with her, he's feeling uneasy because Serena is uneasy. So he talks to Chris Harrison. Let me just say this about Chris Harrison. It's so weird how they have edited. Is that it? Edited? Cut him out. Child. It's so weird how they have cut him out of so much of the show because when he pops in, you're like, oh yeah, he's still here. Like, it's so weird because you don't see Chris Harrison at. Guys, I gotta go. Hold on. LA County is calling me. Hello? Yes! I need a pen. What was I talking about? Then it gave me an update on my money. Ah! Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. You know what? Y'all got to start tweeting Joe Biden, baby, because I know. Let me get off of here with y'all. Child, let me get my coins. Who was I talking about? Serena. What's Serena day? So Serena dumped Matt. Serena dumped Matt. Is this the first time that a contestant has ever dumped like a bachelor or bachelorette like during hometowns? Has this happened before? Has this happened? Because I was really shocked because Matt came back after Chris Harrison popped out of nowhere and talked to him about how he was feeling about Serena. I'm shaking. I'm shaking because I haven't gotten anything, guys. Anything. Everybody else in my family is caked up with governmental funding but me. So I'm getting everything. Oh. Where are we going? I'm getting all my coins at the same damn time. But is this new? Is this new, guys? Child. Money and men get me hot. Is this new? Because I just don't remember and y'all know I haven't watched a lot, but I've never, did we witness the Bachelor or Bachelorette getting dumped at hometowns? No. I know I've never witnessed it. I was very shocked. I was just like, Serena, what? Because Matt comes back to talk to her and he's just like, I don't know what else to do to assure you that you're the one for me, but like, I want to be with you. And she's just like, yeah, I get that. But the truth of the fact of the matter is you're just not my person. Girl, what? I did feel bad for Matt because he just didn't say anything. He sat there in silence. He sat there in silence for a really long time. And Serena was just watching him. Want me to walk you out? Serena! Serena walked out the Bachelor after she dumped him. Girl! Who knew she had it in her? Who knew she had it in her? I was shocked. I never thought that would be that Serena would be the one to do something like that. I didn't know she had it in her. I just did not see it. I remember in my earlier lives, I was talking about how she was too far in it with him too early on. To get here and to have her walking out Matt after she dumps him, I would have never called this. Now, this was a twist. This was a twist. Good on you, Serena. I also feel like now, because I'm just now seeing it, I also feel like after they did that like sensual tantric yoga stuff, I think at that point, I think she probably realized that Matt was going to want to move very quickly sexually, and I don't think she was there yet. I'm not saying that Serena is I'm not saying that she could wear white on her wedding day. Maybe stucco, mother of pearl, who's judging. But I feel like she's just not the kind of girl to get intimate sexual, have intercourse like early on. These Americans after 3 dates, now it's time to, into my Disneyland. Ciao. She gives me church. You know what I mean? She gives me, we may have slipped up and we'll repent together after. She gives me that. But I think that she takes a while before she gets sexually intimate with a person. Nothing wrong with it. I happen to be that way myself. Except for this one time. I mean, he was so... I knew it wasn't going anywhere. I knew that he was not my person, but I was not going to miss an opportunity. Listen. Bolo who? Anyway, I wasn't expecting that from Serena. I just wasn't. I wasn't. Child, I still think about that man. I'm going to move on. I'm gonna move on. Anyway, so that's pretty much where the episode ends. The episode ends with Matt giving giving Sundown Town Rachel. Well, there was no other roses not to give out, right? So everybody had to come because it's a show. I don't think that Matt was not going to give out a rose to, the last three ladies there. We have to have three fantasy suites. Like that is the show. So we end with Bri, Sundown Town Rachel, and Michelle. Is he on Facebook? Child, I got to get out of this house. We end with them all getting the roses. And for the next 2 weeks, we're going to see Matt go to fantasy suites with these ladies. That's another thing. I don't think that Serena would have went to the fantasy suite with Matt and like done anything. And I think after that tantric yoga, she was just like, oh, this dude is ready, but I'm not. I don't know him like that to do something like that. And I think she's also looking for something serious because it seems like her family didn't give much details, but the way they were talking about her last relationship, it seems like she was about to marry that last man that she was dating. It seems like that relationship would have went far, but he did something to break her heart. So yeah, she gives me I'm a long-term girlfriend and I'm definitely a wife. Like that's what Serena gives me. And I think she probably sensed and her family probably helped her get to that point that this man is going to move at a much faster pace and is not where you're at relationship wise. So good for her. Good for her. I also like that she's always been the one who has told Matt what she does not like. Because after that tantric yoga thing and she did not enjoy it, she told him that. She's just like, I don't enjoy it. I didn't have a good time. I didn't like that. It made me feel uncomfortable. And she was also the first person that I've ever seen on this show tell the Bachelor, good day. Let me walk you out. You're not for me. Girl, wasn't ready. Anyway, I apologize. My lives are not normally like this. A lot has happened. A lot has happened during this live. If you are new here, there's a structure. There is a structure. But baby, when LA County called me, I thought it was probably a jail. I did at first. But I remembered let me give you a little tea. Let me end this. If you are here just for the live review or whatever, it's over. Oh no, it's over. If you haven't gotten your stimulus check, if something's going on with your monies, call your state representative. Let me tell you something. Me and my mother, every day I'm calling Adam Schiff's office. Hi, hey Adam, how you doing? Where my money? Where my money? You was calling me every damn day to get me to vote for you. I did. Where's my money? Where's my money? What they gonna send me? My money? Run me my money. Hey, run me my money. Run me my money. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna wear? Where am I gonna go? Nowhere. I may treat myself to some Portos. Whew, child, I haven't gotten anything. I was like, oh my gosh. Do they not have my social security number? Do I not exist in America? Why am I being overlooked? Jesus. Patrick, hey Patrick. Patrick said if he doesn't pick Rachel, then I will never watch The Bachelor again. You think Patrick, this is the thing, right? I think we may have an upset. Well, you may have an upset, Patrick, because I think that makeup erasers, guys, are very great for blotting. I just discovered that yesterday. But I think that if he proposes to Rachel, I don't see her saying yes because she made such a big deal about Matt asking her father for her hand in marriage. Matt didn't do that. And I don't see that father approving. I don't. He was very anti this process. Very. So I don't know. Patrick. Yeah, Shadia said Kit and Serena handed Matt the boot. They sure did. And Sarah, right? Sarah left too. So far, 3 people have left this show without being cut. And it's 3 people who's actually really liked. Wow. KT said invest in GameStop. I'm investing in GameStop. Let me get on Reddit to see what they're doing. Jaya A said, anyone wondering where's Tyler C's support is for Matt? Because he hasn't commented or liked Matt's post. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, they're moving. They're roommates. They did this whole thing on Entertainment Tonight, showing off their new apartment. Aren't you on the show trying to get a wife? What wife is going to be okay with that? I'm sorry, you can't move me into your room. Not at my big age. What? I'm all my life got to move into your room. Really? I'm your wife. Move me into something. Your room? Okay. So we 18. We 18 and 19 back in college. That's, you know what? Would I do that? 18 and 19? No, I wasn't moving with no man at 18 and 19. 24, 25. Yeah. But we're real young. We're real young and dumb and not in love like that. We're not there yet. We're just building. Maybe with Bri. Matt, I think Bri is the one you want for now, for the process in your life now. I think Michelle later on for you, but the thing about Michelle is she's not going to be around. If you don't pick her, if you're that kind of guy who's like, in 7 years I'm a circle back and I'm a wife Michelle, she will be wifed. That sweet school teacher with that wonderful family, she gonna be wifed by the time the women tell all come around. Somebody gonna wife her real quick. So you better get on that, bro. But yeah, Tyler has been silent. I don't know why. Well, Matt has been silent too until he said this post. So I don't know. Matt is going to be alone. Priya said Matt is going to be alone. And I think he is okay with that. I think he's going to enjoy his time. I really, really do. I don't see Matt settling down. I see him and Tyler doing this bachelor pad thing, dating all of these. I'm telling you, they're going to go A-list. They're both going to start dating like some A-list actresses, or that's why I really felt like he wanted to take Kit farther, because I see him wanting to be within like the upper echelons in New York City, because that's where they both live. I don't think he's going to get married. I don't see that for him at all, especially with that beard. He did two things to me that I'm just like, you're not getting married. You get an apartment with your best friend, 2-bedroom apartment with your best friend, and then you grow this beard. So there's not going to be a wedding. Because listen, get the beard on a honeymoon, not on my wedding day. Not on my wedding day. Absolutely not. So I don't see him getting married. I don't think he's still with the pick that he picked. I don't see it. Oh, MC said Bri would have been cut if Serena didn't eliminate herself, right? And probably would have been cut before hometowns if Kit didn't self-eliminate. Oh, MC, you making points. You're making points because, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And that's why Bri felt so bad that she got the rose third. I don't know. I think in the end, it'll be between Michelle and Rachel. And I don't know. Let me tell you something. This is the TV show, guys, right? I don't know if they changed the outcome. I don't know. Because they could go back and film Matt proposing to Michelle. That could happen. That could happen. Just like they edited or created that interview with Matt and Chris in the beginning. That was way later in the season. There is no way before Matt met the women, he sat down with Chris Harrison and was just like, some people want me to be with, a certain kind of woman. No way. They did that maybe like after the season or right before things started coming out about who Matt was picking, and they put that on the show. I don't think that that happened right before he started filming with the ladies. I don't believe that. I think it's Nisa Queen said, I saw Matt's beard on the Women Tell All. Yeah, that man is definitely alone because ain't no way. You're not getting married with that beard. And I'm a beard hoe. I love me a beard. Love it, right? Not on my wedding day. Not on my wedding day. Especially unruly. Like, let's manicure it. Is that the word? Manicure it. Trim it. Get it looking like, just get it looking real nice. But unmanicured and just all wild and ruly, that's for the honeymoon. Child, that beard all oiled up on the sand, that's for the honeymoon. That's what that is for, not the wedding day. No. He's not. He ain't get married. Sway Bay and Anime gave your girl a super chat. Sway Bay said, "Are the women singing something we are not? A lot of self eliminations. Yes, like Colton season when all the women was like, this guy's weird. I'm going to go. Yeah, I don't know. We won't find out at the Women Tell All because we don't know if it's even going to happen because it's already happened, right? Chris Harrison already, moderated the Women Tell All. So the word on the street is, thank you, Sway Bay and Anime. The word on the street is that the show is having a really hard time trying to edit Chris Harrison out because he's the moderator. So they're dealing with the fact that they either will show it as is, try to cut Chris Harrison out, or just not show it at all. But from the previews, I think we're going to see it. So I don't know. I don't know what that is going to look like because even in the previews, it was all the women. It was all the women. It was none of Chris Harrison. So I don't know. I don't know what that is going to look like, but that is going to be very weird. Like this episode was weird. Chris Harrison popped out 2 times. And I was like, oh, this is awkward. So Matt, what's going on? Where have you been the whole episode? You know what I mean? It's just the way they're cutting him out. The flow is just, it's not there. It's not there. So we will see. Who's going to take over Paradise? Who? Is it going to be that bartender? Wells. Is it going to be him? I think Wells would be great for Paradise, in my opinion. I think Wells would be a great host for Paradise. I still don't know who I would want to host this show if Chris Harrison is not, if his contract is renewed. I was thinking Sean Lowe, but then some stuff started coming out about him, and he makes me uncomfortable. It's something about him. I was just like, whew. I liked him on his season, but his social media. What's going on? So I don't know. I don't know enough about JoJo. I think, to be honest with you, like I said before, but Ryan doesn't have the personality. I was saying that Trista should host The Bachelorette and Ryan should host The Bachelor. Trista has a great personality for that. Ryan doesn't, though. Ryan doesn't. He's not a reality TV guy. He really went on there to find love and he found it. He's not a reality TV guy. So I don't know who could host The Bachelor if Chris Harrison isn't there. But Trista, I think Trista would be perfect. She would be perfect to host The Bachelorette. The first Bachelorette ever is now the host. She is now the fairy godmother guiding these women through the process. Genius. Genius. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. Nas B said they made Chris Harrison too important and too vital to the storyline this season because they had a narrative they wanted to sell that made Chris feel himself too much. And then he crashed and burned. Well, he's been with that show for like 20 years. You know what I mean? He literally is the face of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. They don't make anybody else the face of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Not even The Bachelor or The Bachelorette gets as much face time and screen time as Chris Harrison. They made him the face of the show. This is the problem with shows like that. Like, you cannot base your show that is an ensemble around one person. Because what happens is you get situations like this. One person starts talking greasy and it complicates the process. It's very safe, in my opinion, to make your show about an ensemble cast, because if we don't have any one person to focus on. One person can't ruin the process. All you got to do is remove that person, but we still have these other personalities that we're really interested in investing in. Shawanda, y'all, I told y'all I have pear, ginger, mint, and cucumber in here. For some reason, the ginger dropped all the way down to the bottom, and baby, I just took a spoonful of ginger. Ooh, that's spicy. Ooh, child. What you say, Shawanda Campbell said, what about Nick Val as host? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know Nick. I've watched a few of his podcast interviews. I'm just not sure that Nick won't bang people in the cast. Listen, Nick ain't turning down no kind of coochie. So that's what he gives me. I could be wrong because I didn't see his season, but I've watched his podcast and I'm just like, are you flirting? Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. He just gives off big D energy. I'm gonna be real with you. He's very like, where is it? He's very like, yeah. Like, even if you're not interested in him, you could find yourself like that coworker where it's just like, you know what? One more happy hour and I'm about to make a mistake. So I just don't see him not being competition. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So no, I wouldn't do Nick. Nikki. When I find it, find the joke, I just gotta go. Gotta go with it. Christina said, I heard Sean Lowe is not to be trusted. See, he on the show, I really liked him, and I really liked him on Marriage Boot Camp. But outside of the show, he don't sit right with me. He does not sit right with me. Yeah, Ryan has a real job. Is he still a firefighter? Is Ryan still a firefighter? He's like, is he still there? Tristan would be amazing. She would be amazing. See, everybody agrees with me. Y'all watch them podcasts. I would be like, is something about to happen? What is going on here? Especially when he get comfortable and put that leg up. I'm like, what am I watching? TQTV, he said, not Nick. Big D energy for sure. And a lawsuit waiting to happen. Ciao. Oh, wait, what is Patrick saying? Moderators, if Patrick is being problematic, do what you need to do. MC said, if not for the girlfriend antebellum picture, I'm okay with Ben. I will say this. Let me finish your comment, MC. Said, if not for the girlfriend antebellum picture, I am okay with Ben. His views have become progressive the past couple of years, and the white people love him. That's the thing. I said Ben too, but then, I feel like the wife or the girlfriend is messing up his chances. But if Ben is about to check, you're like, listen, I could always find a good looking woman. You know what I mean? If he's about to check, I think he'd be great. Because the thing about it is Ben's girlfriend did that, not Ben. And did she do that when she was with him? You see what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that she doesn't still feel the same way, or have views from that and think stuff like that is okay. But, well, it does tell you about Ben's judgment. Ben, if you're about to check, I will say, move on. There's billions of people on this earth. You can find another one. If you're about that check, because Chris Harrison got coin off of this show, Ben. Get the money. You can always get another honey. And if you're getting a Chris Harrison check, you're in another level. So the honeys look a little different. The honeys are badder, okay? The honeys got money and opportunity as well. You see what I'm saying? You'll be in a whole different, class, social circle. Boy, get that coin. So I do like Ben, but if he gonna stay with that chick, it's not gonna be a possibility. Sydney 3208 said Rachel is over this franchise. Yeah, I told y'all about in my last batch chat, which you should watch. She was talking about not renewing her contract. She said, I can't come back. I can't come back to this. It's exhausting for her. She's doing all the diversity training unwillingly. Like she's not getting paid to do any of this. And every time there's like a racism problem, they throw her out there. And she is just thrown to the wolves. Like nobody is protecting her. The small-minded people in Bachelor Nation are attacking her on her Twitter and her comment sections. Like they are just going after this woman, and all the people in Bachelor Nation, like the cast, all they do is say, "Thank you, Rachel, for opening my eyes." They don't help her. I will leave too. Because she already has like hosting, and she already has other jobs lined up. She doesn't need the Bachelor. Shawanda said, I still think that Tom Bergeron from Dancing with the Stars would be someone that people would like. I do too, but what happened to him? Why did they replace Tyra with him? That's my thing, because he just got replaced with the quickness. So I'm just like, did Tom do something? Because no shade to Tyra Banks, but in no way is she a better host on Dancing with the Stars than Tom. And wasn't he also for the red, white, and blue, all the funnier things you do, America, America, this is you. America's Funniest Home Videos, yes. Wasn't he the host of that as well? What happened? Because they got Tom Bergeron, whoever his name is. They got him out of there with the quickness. So I don't know if something happened with that. Because how the hell is Tyra Banks replacing him as a host? Tyra Banks, I like Tyra, but Tom Bergeron has been a host since before I was born. Like he has not that I'm that old, but he has like a really sickening resume. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a possibility for him. Let him know, Jen. Jen said Rachel Lindsay slander will not be tolerated. Baba, hey Baba. Baba said, I thought this might make The Bachelor do a whole new revamp, especially, hold on. Damn it, where'd the comment go? Darn it, I'm sorry. I don't know where the comment went, but all I know now is that y'all don't like Ben either. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And I will say this. I'm not in no way am I trying to be PC. Hello, y'all know me long enough. If somebody is a Republican, should not disqualify them from, having a job in entertainment. I'm going to be real with y'all. 99.9% of Hollywood, the entertainment industry, is conservative, because a lot of them are, I think it's fiscal conservative. They don't care about they're not evangelicals. They don't care about, right to choose abortion. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care. Money. Their thing is taxes. There are a lot of Republicans who are just about taxes. They are making a lot of money and they don't want to pay more taxes than they're already paying. So they always vote conservative. That a majority of them is just about the money. The races, the evangelicals, though they have become the poster child for the Republican, what is that? Republican whatever. Republican beliefs? No. Republican politics, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They have become the poster child. But I'm telling you, after living out here in very liberal LA and working with liberal people in Hollywood, them execs, the networks, the people that are calling the shots, the producers, the EPs, the production companies, all of those people are conservative. All of those people are Republican. Are they different? Y'all know what I mean. They just vote for the money. They don't care about nothing else. It is all money for them. That being said, because a person is leaning that way, is it about the money? Are they just like a terrible person, to poor people? Or are they, a racist misogynist? We gotta figure out what they are. But I just don't get that from Ben. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's fair to just label people who are, because of what we have dealt with for the last 4 years. I get it. But in my experience, a lot of people who are Republican who are just, it's about money. It ain't about nothing. They don't care. A lot of them are atheists. They don't care. They don't believe in God, but they believe in their money. and they don't want, let's spread it amongst everybody and help everybody out. That's why they hate socialism so much. And they will fight to the end to stop that, because for them, if people are poor, they're making more, period. That's what it is. So I don't want to disqualify Ben for that, because I feel like we need to know more about him. But I like Ben from what I've seen. But for a lot of you guys who are vets in this, y'all are not a fan. So I'm a listen to y'all. I'm a listen to y'all. Oh my goodness. The ginger. Miss Brown Sugar called him a bowl of plain oatmeal. Oh. You know who would be a great host, but she would be so all over the place, but she would be great TV? Claire. Claire would be great TV, but they would never give it to her. Cameron Knight said they should get Dr. Ish from Marriage Boot Camp to replace Chris Harrison. I'm going to be real with you, Cameron. I dislike all of those coaches and counselors and pastors. I dislike all of them on Marriage at First Sight, because I feel like they did Paige so dirty. So I don't recommend none of them demons. Oh my God. Nasby said, I can't imagine the restrictions on the updated contract. I got to get out of here because I got to get ready for Married at First Sight. For whoever is the next host of this franchise. The next host of this franchise, baby, I feel sorry for you. That host is going to have such a like tight, monitor life. Chris Harrison messed it up. He messed it up for anybody coming in his shoes after. For anybody coming after him, they won't be able to do nothing. They won't even be able to have any social media. Oh, really, Caitlin? I didn't know that. Caitlin Weaver said Chris got to go now because a lot of contestants don't want to do Paradise if he hosts because they feel uncomfortable around him. ABC has to be smart because Paradise this year is stacked. I can't wait for Paradise. I can't wait for Paradise. That's who I was thinking of, Kay Smith. Kay Smith said the people at ABC probably want the host from Temptation Island. I was going to say that too, because he looks like Chris Harrison, sounds like Chris Harrison. He's just not Chris Harrison. Perfect host. Oh, y'all are not a Ben fan. Wow. Mario Lopez. Cameron Knight said, let's get Mario Lopez to host. I'm going to be real with you. I don't want the host to be hotter than the contestants. You know what I mean? Mario Lopez can still get it. I just, Would we be paying attention to The Bachelor standing next to Mario Lopez? I'll be real. If I was a contestant on the show and I was competing for some Bachelor, and every time, it's time for me to go speak to him, Mario Lopez comes up to me to have a conversation, I will start falling for him. I would be like, I have to go because I realize that you're not my person, but Mario Lopez is. Girl, no. The host has to be like basic. Sorry, Chris Harrison, but Oh yeah, Rachel's doing really Avalon Park. Hey girl. Rachel's doing really good on Ghosted. She's been on there for a while. Oh no, I didn't know that. Yolande said Tyra became the executive producer and got rid of him. Oh no, they got rid of Tom like that. Tom was so good. He was so good. Caitlin said, I forgot who said it, but somebody said that the new host should just be a rotation of people, the way the host cameos from past contestants. That way, the cameos from past contestants will be covered. That would be, I don't know, it may be a bit confusing. Valerie said maybe Michael Strahan as the host. I don't think he's fits. Mario is problematic. Oh, at this point, who is it? Listen, I would be like, oh, I have to talk to Mario about this. Oh goodness, production would send me home. They would be like, Nikki, we know you're falling in love with Mario. What? No, I love what's the Bachelor's name? They would get rid of me. Edward, hey Edward. Edward said, "How about someone like Pierce Brosnan? But he and his wife live in Hawaii. They're selling their beachfront Malibu home for $100 million." Nah, I don't think that Pierce Brosnan is a good host. He's a great actor. I don't see him as being a good host. We got a super chat from Nelly. Thank you, love. Nelly said, Maury Povich, too messy. He's too messy, but he will be good. Thank you, Nelly. Oh, Maury Povich would take that show in a totally different direction, a messy direction. And it would get more, I'm telling you, Bachelor Nation would grow, but I don't think that's the way, the show wants Bachelor Nation to grow. Maury Povich would make that show so messy. Ashley said, yes, Michael Strahan and Keke Palmer had a Bachelor segment on their morning show. So they already have experience and investments in it. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Oh, so a lot of you are telling me that Tom B didn't want Sean Spicer on the show, so that's why they got rid of him. Oh no, okay, let's let Tom host The Bachelor. Let's let Tom host The Bachelor. He's good, guys. He's good. Yeah, there's no way, Caitlin, there's no way that Rachel is going to be the host. No way. I'm telling you, if y'all go look at her comments, the way they talk to her online, on like a public platform, what you think they're going to do to her after she becomes a host, after beloved Chris Harrison is gone? Nah, I don't want that. I don't want to put her in danger. Howard Stern. Now y'all getting crazy. Now y'all getting crazy. But I'm here for Jerry Springer. Get out of here, Irene. I will watch though. They be fighting. I will watch, but no, not Jerry Springer. Tom B. He would be a good host. He would be a really good host. Let's let that happen. Child, you know what? Let me tweet it because I tweeted the president and look at me now. Look at me now. Got my money. But I have been tweeting him like every day, hoping he would see me. Oh. Yeah, Tom is good. Okay, see, I thought he got replaced because he was problematic. But yeah, I like Tom. Nelly, yeah, I like Mark Consuelo as well. But again, we cannot have the host being hotter than the contestant, the lead of the show. That can't happen. Mark would get in some trouble. Okay. Baba said, if they inject some bad girls into The Bachelor, would that not be sickening? It would be good TV, but I don't think that's where Bachelor Nation wants to go. But baby, that show, you think Bachelor Nation is huge? Oh my gosh. Bachelor Nation will go to another level. But I think they want to keep it like very wholesome and cookie cutter as much as they can. Oh, I didn't know, Donna. I didn't know that Rachel was a co-owner of a football team. Good for her. Oh, Nick Lachey is good. Nick Lachey is good, but again, I don't think he has the host personality. His wife, when him and his wife hosted Love Is Blind, it was more him. It was more of her that was leading. I don't think he really has it in him, but he's, he would be somebody in the running. Oh, Audrey O is saying no, it was a fake narrative. Tyra was planning to replace him for a long time. They just fired him late. I still think it's a bad decision. He's a good guy. He's a good host. Angela Harvey said, Nellie Mark, I don't know who that is, will cause problems too. Have Kelly up there fighting contestants. Oh, Anika, hey! Anika such a girl in Super Chat. Anika said, Knick-Knack just showing you some Delaware love. Mwah. I got you, queen. I got you. Thank you so much for the Super Chat. Yeah, I'm here for Tom. Kristen Chenoweth would be great too, Misty. Kristen Chenoweth would be great. Oh, I would love her for that. She would be so good. But the thing about it is, what would her connection to Bachelor Nation be, right? So how would they make that? But she would be good. She would be good. But I wouldn't want her for the Bachelorette. I think Tristan needs to be the host for the Bachelorette. Ayanla. Who is Ayanla? Marcy B. Oh, Ayanla Van Zant as the host. Oh my gosh. No. No. Yeah, I heard about Tiger. I'm praying that everything is okay with him. I'm telling y'all, driving in LA is so risky. So risky. I'm praying that everything is good with him. That's true. Matt did come out of nowhere. Oh, Nika said, not fix my life. Wouldn't that be a show? Y'all are just throwing anybody out there. Nene Leakes to host The Bachelor. The views will go up. The views will go up. No, they're saying Lifestyle with Abby. I would. Somebody in the comments said that she is the one of the EPs of Dancing with the Stars. Mila Kunis would be great, but if we're going to do The Bachelor, I want The Bachelor to be a guy. The Bachelor host to be a guy. That's just because I'm now stuck on Trista hosting The Bachelorette. So I would want maybe a successful Bachelor to host The Bachelor, but we don't have any successful Bachelors. Like, who would do it? Priscilla said, I would watch religiously. Ciao. It would be a totally different show. Terrence J, maybe, but I just don't think he has I don't think he can represent Bachelor Nation well. Not saying that he's not a good person, but I'm just thinking of who they would want. Well, this is me. Trista for The Bachelorette, Wells for Paradise, and then we need somebody for The Bachelor. Oh, Kamaya, hey girl, I'm about to leave because I gotta prepare for Married at First Sight. Hey, Tiffany Clark, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I'm actually on here a lot longer than I should be. Again, playback people, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Angela. We are not talking about that man. And I'm surprised you brought it up over L Boogie. Yeah, I did. I love that statement too. Cameron Knight, we have no idea who's hosting a reunion. At this point, just let Victoria do it. I'm telling you, this season, that we just got to get out of this season. It's falling apart. Oh, Tiffany Pollard. Y'all know I would love Miss New York to do it, but it'll never happen. Oh, Mimi Nick. Now, Mimi Nick threw out an oddball, but I'm liking it. Mimi Nick said, hear me out. Sierra and Russell Wilson. I like it. I like it. Angela said Bolo. No, I think Rachel is done with with all the Bachelor Nation, and she needs to be. The way she gets treated is undeserved. It's undeserved. She gets treated. I'm telling you guys, her comment section on Instagram and Twitter, it is so awful. It is so awful. I'm like, how do you deal with that? I would have been fighting everybody. Everybody. Hey, Kamaya. Kamaya gave your girl a super chat. Kamaya said, thanks for your live shows. Hope you have a great week. Thank you, Kamaya, for joining me. Thank you so much, my love. El Book is sitting in the cut just observing. Because listen, every time that man's name is mentioned, we just go somewhere else. And not today. I got another live. I can't. Nick Cannon would have been good, but Nick Cannon is just getting back into the network's good graces. So no. Yeah, Russell would be too busy. Sierra would be great, and it would be great to have Russell pop in. But again, we cannot like find a good host for The Bachelor. Trista, Bachelorette, I'm done. Wells, Paradise, I'm done. Who is going to host The Bachelor? Who? Caitlin, that's funny, but that's a great idea if he has the time. Caitlin Weaver said, OMG, how funny would it be if Jimmy Kimmel hosted The Bachelor? He's a huge Bachelor fan. Huge Bachelor fan. Who's Mike? Oh, Mike. Yeah, no, Mike can't do it. Mike can't host The Bachelor. Because he's not a successful Bachelor. Like, he's never been The Bachelor. We don't have any success from him. Yeah, Cameron Knight. They wouldn't be able to afford Russell and Sierra anyway. David Beckham, I don't see that. David Beckham is a cutie, but have you ever heard him speak? No shade. The voice don't match the man. The voice don't match the man. When I finally heard David Beckham speak, I was like, oh, it's not what I was expecting. Okay. Okay. Jimmy Kimmel would be great. He would be great. Oh, really? Miss Brown Chicken said that Trista's she's a little dry. Really? Oh no. Nas B said Chris Harrison was unknown before The Bachelor, so maybe it could be someone we don't know who's already who isn't known. Maybe. Maybe. Misty. Brad Pitt is not busy. Listen, Brad Pitt don't, he's an older guy, so he doesn't look the same way, but Brad Pitt has a way. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm still thinking about Brad Pitt in Fight Club. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. He's very charming. No, we can't have no, guys, no hot host. No hot host. No hot host. No charming host. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Swaybe, thank you so much. Swaybe gave your girl a super chat. Swaybe in anime said, didn't Jimmy Kimmel do blackface? He absolutely did. And you know what, baby? I ain't got the time to go into that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I will say he did apologize. And I think he was crying in his apology. Nothing to say. Nothing to say. Oh no, y'all think Trista is dry? Oh no. Yeah, an A-lister, Marcy, you're right. An A-lister would be too expensive. We would need somebody like I would want a successful man from Bachelor Nation, somebody who was able to find success. I don't know. Bye, Jut Lee. I actually got to get out of here anyway. Nas B said we can't have any host that will put the hoe in host. Okay. Oh, there's no way they can afford Idris. There's no way they can afford him. RuPaul. There's diversity. Double diversity. Oh, Yolande, Billy Eichner from Billy on the Street. I like that. No, not Don Lemon. They can't afford Don Lemon. I don't know. I do not know who could do it. I do not know. See, y'all don't like Trista. I liked her for the Bachelorette. So if not Trista, then maybe Kristen Chenoweth. Maybe. No, not George Lopez. Yeah, I just got to edit Bling Empire because I did the whole season. Y'all know how I am with editing. I needed like 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, Brad Pitt wouldn't do it. Not no Juan Pablo. Listen, Wendy Williams will be great, but they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't take that money. Anyway, it's getting late, and I'm about to move into my Married at First Sight live. If you are interested in that, please join me at 3 p.m. for Married at First Sight. I was told y'all same thing with the editing. I was going to edit it for you guys, and then I was just like, you know what? We're getting into the following episode, so I'm just going to do a live to catch up with you guys, and then we'll be back to normal. So let me get out of here so I can be on time for that. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me in the room. Please, if you're going to exit with your likes, get your girls' likes up. I thank you all so much for joining me, taking time out of your day with everything that's going on. You took your time, to spend with NikkiStar TV, and it means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. I had a good time. And, I know I had a good time because we've been here for like 2.5 hours. The playback people are going to kill me. Guys, we got to do better. Anyway, y'all know I can talk to y'all all day. I'll see y'all if y'all watch Married at First Sight. I'll see y'all at 3. Love you, family. See you soon. Bye. Go look at Matt's beard. I'm into it. I like it.